Hello, folks, and welcome to the next Tragical History Tour. Come one, come all, shall I say, yes? So I thought I would talk about the last time that I played live, it was in 1974, and it was right at the end of my last weekend, I and Yoko had tried a trial separation. It didn't work out, obviously, and during that time I wound up working with, oh yeah, right, not yet. Oh, God forbid. I wound up working with Elton John, Sir Elton, Crocodile Rock. I love Elton John. I thought he was great. I still do. But we had done a song together called Whatever Gets You Through the Night, and I had a deal with him, if I went to number one, I'd show up on stage with him, and I would play a few numbers. Now, I wasn't expecting it to, not really, and I'm not a big fan of playing live. I always thought, like, for example, the Beatles, I always thought we were a better studio band than a live one, but it did well, it did great, even better than I was expecting it to do. It shot right up to number one. And being a man of my word, I joined Sir Elton in 1974 or so, I think. Maybe a different date, I don't think so, though. Just a couple of years after my last time at Madison Square Garden, I did there was a one-to-one show. We did two sets, one in the afternoon and one in the evening. Anyway, I told him I would. So what we did was I got on stage with him. We played the hit, Whatever Gets You Through the Night, and we also a couple of songs, fuck. When in doubt, fuck it. No, I remember now. It was Losing the Sky with Diamonds, and then we finished off with I Saw Her Standing There. Now, I really like that song. It's, from an old, estranged fiancé of mine called Paul. It was one I'd never sang, but, we did it. And that was great, I suppose, at the end, there was Yoko waiting in the wings. So that was the end of our trial separation, and also the end of my last weekend, if I want to be honest. Almost about the end of when I was recording back then, because by the time I got to 1975, I mean. I decided I'd had it. I was done. No more fucking recording industry. No more fucking records. I'd been there. I'd done that. I felt like, well, it was all just a pain in the fucking ass. You know how it is with these people. Always wanting more and more and more. Not to mention the Phil Hartman, no, the Phil Spector story. Where he wound up running off with an album I had out of the studio. And I hadn't put any thought into it. It was just a cover album, just old, the old hits from back when I was a child, the ones that I grew up listening to and loving. But at the same time, I owed the studios, I owed them, or the recording company, whatever you want to call them. I just still owed them an album, so it was pretty damn important that we get that back. And I did eventually. Obviously, you could go buy the album if you wanted. But that was the end for a very long time. I took that as me time off. I stayed at home and I raised on and we looked at clouds and cows and other things that begin with the C. And Sean, he was born the same day I was. October 9th. So I mean, I couldn't go wrong there. I always thought, look forward to seeing him grow up. But yep. After that, 1980 comes and I'm back in the studio. Obviously, and now here I am. I'm on your screen if you're watching this, telling you my story, or some of my stories, obviously. Well, yes, right, well, it's alright now, it's done. This one, the dream is over. No, it's not. Maybe it's only just begun. But this dreamer needs to wake up. So, like the lovely Vera Lynn used to say, we'll meet again. Don't know how, don't know when. So until then, folks, peace and love.